Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Clark. I am the founder and CEO of Clark College Consulting. I've helped students and parents over the last decade with selecting, applying, and financing and getting into their dream college for less than they ever dreamed possible. I'm the author of 2 wonderful college planning books. One of them was an Amazon bestseller, and I can't wait to talk to you today about mid-year checklists. So if you're an underclassman, these are some ideas that you can use to get organized and to jumpstart your college search. So let's go ahead and begin. Number 1 you want to do is meet your high school counselor. So meeting with your high school counselor, there's certain things that you want to talk about. Number 1, you want to talk about your PSAT. If you took it back in October, you want to kind of review that, review it with your parents if you get a chance, just get an idea where you stand and what things that you can work on to prepare for the SAT and maybe even the ACT if you plan on taking it. Next, you want to ask for recommendations for summer programs. There are a lot of great summer programs such as Summer Ventures and Governor's School and leadership programs that are out there that your guidance counselors knows about. You might want to ask them what you might enjoy or what you might qualify for. You also want to start talking to them about next year's schedule and see if there's any changes or if she knows of any teachers that might be leaving or if the high school is not going to offer certain courses next year. So you want to go ahead and start thinking about what courses and what you want to plan on taking next year. Also, you want to start thinking about your standardized testing schedule. Are you going to take it in the spring? Are you going to take some over the summer? How many times are you going to take it? Which ones are you going to take? Is just the SAT, or are you going to take the ACT, or are you going to take them both? How many times? So you get the gist, right? And last but not least, discuss any school standardized testing schedules, such as your AP test and your IB test. So for example, you don't want to schedule an SAT score or SAT test, and then the next week or the week right after you take the SAT have an IB test, right? Or an AP test. That just doesn't work really well. You'll be very, very stressed. You probably won't do well on both of those tests. So you want to go ahead and start thinking about when you're taking those tests and start planning that out. All right, next thing you want to do is you want to start gearing up for next year. And there's certain things you want to start thinking about for next year. So again, summer programs. What are you going to do over the summer? What are some ideas that you can use to build up your resume? So you want to start exploring some summer programs that are out there. You want to, again, start preparing for those standardized tests. So it's one thing to get organized and one thing to start thinking about when you're going to take it. It's another thing to start studying for it. So I encourage you to go ahead and start studying a little bit every day if you can, just a few minutes every day to prepare and study for those tests. Next, you want to start asking your teachers about letters of recommendation and what their policies are. So some teachers prefer to be asked before summer break. Some teachers don't really care. Some schools require that you ask teachers or fill out a form for the teachers before you leave between junior and senior year. Again, every high school is a little bit different, so you want to approach your guidance counselor, your high school, your teachers, and kind of figure out exactly what they prefer. Should you go ahead and ask? Should you wait? Do you need to fill out a form? Again, you kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. And last but not least, make sure you start planning your college visits. You want to start visiting colleges now. You want to visit them in the spring. You might want to visit them over the summer. You might want to see if your friends are visiting some of the same colleges you want to go visit. Maybe you can ride or share or go up together. Maybe there's the school itself has a bus that are going to some of the colleges that you're interested in. Those are the types of things you can start asking your guidance counselors about, and go ahead and start telling your mom and dad about some of the colleges you would like to visit because they need to plan on that. They need to start organizing that themselves. They want to make sure that the college visit doesn't it is not on the same weekend as a trip to the beach or so on and so forth. So again, you want to go ahead and start planning those college visits. And if you're one of my students that I work with or one of my clients, make sure you use Guided Path to help you get organized and to do your mid-year checklist. So for example, you can use the course plan survey to help you with planning your courses for next year and your senior year, junior year, depending on what year you are. And last but not least, the testing schedule inside of Guided Path is one of the best resources I've seen. It shows you all the tests, not only AP test and IB test, but your SAT, your ACT, your PSAT, all listed there. So you get a quick view of when those tests are, and you can start thinking about when you want to take those tests. And if you haven't talked to me about that, let me know. Now, if this is the first time you've ever watched one of my videos and you'd like to receive this type of instructions every week, make sure you click the button below to sign up for my newsletter. So I try to send these out every week when I can. And if you do have specific questions on anything to do with the college process, please let me know. Text me, email me, go to my website, because I do generate a lot of my videos based upon your feedback and your questions. And if you could do one last thing for me, if you could share this video with any students or parents who are going through this college planning process, who might want just a little bit more additional information, I would appreciate it. Any help through this process can really take a lot of the pressure off students and parents. So again, thank you so much, guys, and we will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.